It's Thursday, August 22nd. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. Nearly 6 months after a 13-year-old girl was found dead in Osceola County, investigators have released new evidence surrounding the murder of Madeline Soto. It details the work deputies did to try and piece together a timeline of the day Soto was reported missing. Investigators, though, now believe she was killed hours before 911 was ever called.
And then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up.
One other thing we learned is that it took deputies in Orange County 3 hours to respond to the initial call, which the sheriff's office said was appropriate based on the priority level and the high volume of 911 emergencies at the time of the call.
How long do we need to wait? This is an emergency.
Ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get there someone as soon as possible.
The boyfriend of Madeline Soto's mother claimed to have dropped the teen off at a church near her school. Investigators say that was a lie and eventually charged Stephen Stearns with Soto's murder. They say evidence showed he had been sexually abusing Madeline for some time. Some Florida nature fans are up in arms about a proposal announced this week that would add things like golf courses and pickleball courts to some state parks. The Florida Department of Environmental Protection introduced what it calls a Great Outdoors Initiative aimed at expanding public access to state parks. The announcement mentioned things like adding campsites and cabins and increasing the number of outdoor recreation options. But environmentalists are concerned that the state wants to build on top of the park's natural habitats. A series of meetings are scheduled for August 27th for the public to voice their opinions. Details are scant, but the proposal would involve at least 9 state parks in Pinellas, Hillsborough, Miami-Dade, Martin, Broward, St. Johns, Bay, and Walton counties. Eric Draper, who served as the director of the Florida State Parks for 4 years, told the Tampa Bay Times the public hearings were scheduled with little notice and that it appears as if the EPA has already made a decision about the plan. Right now, Florida actually claims to have the most golf courses and pickleball courts of any single state. And the tallest teenager in the world calls Florida home. It's official. Oliver Ryu, now 18 years old, plays basketball for the University of Florida and stands 7'9" tall. When Oliver was 8 years old, growing up in Quebec, he was already taller than some NBA players. He told the Guinness World Records this week he's not really sure why he's so tall, but that it's got to come down to genetics. Oliver played high school ball at IMG Academy in Bradenton and says he loves seeing how strangers react to his height and that, of course, it gives him a big advantage in basketball. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Speaking of tall, living things in Florida, the treaty oak near Jacksonville is recognized as the largest and oldest living oak tree in existence. Although there is a larger oak tree near Silver Springs in the Ocala National Forest, but it's been classified as non-living by the Florida Forestry Service. Jacksonville's treaty oak was once located in the middle of Dixieland Amusement Park, which opened in 1907 and was a popular entertainment spot until 1916. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMD in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.